Hello and welcome to the LoreWars live stream for our preview and podcast. I'm Doug Carlson, your host and dungeon master for the evening. With me is Sean.
Howdy.
Ricky.
Oh.
Yeah. And Madison. I'm going to call you Madison.
That's me.
Yeah, I said Madison because that's what your Roll20 name was. Got that all listed
That's
out.
fine. I'm Madison. I also go by Celestial.
Yeah,
I am
maybe.
Aspiring voice actor and cosplayer, and you can find
Ooh.
me on Instagram at
We're gonna...
Celestial Spell Cosplaying, and
mhm.
not on Twitter because my Twitter's private.
I'm definitely gonna dock your pay because we said plugins were after the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
I thought. Oh no, you said
Hey,
introduce
Zero
ourselves.
officially docked.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Editor, take
I'm
25.
gonna have to start giving Doug money. Oh no.
Editor, take 25 cents off Maddie's pay.
Is that hourly or just my paycheck?
Overall, the paycheck. I mean, it's only $1, but you know.
Okay, that's fine.
That's
that's all right.
All right.
No, we get paid in-game currency.
Yeah, there. So some things I do want to mention. I will actually post this up, but I'm going to bring a picture up on the stream. This is some art that LoreWars does own and is protected by our company. But this is art from the adventure or the campaign book that is done for the situation we ended in. Let me see if I can share that. Whoa. Got some computer lagging here. Stop that. Letting me do anything? Yellow?
I hear you.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah, we had a brief breakup there. I'm going to put that picture in. I'm going to see if... Make sure we... everyone saw it. So I'm going to bring it up here in our art for Ring of the Worlds campaign, and you can see right here I'm uploading it to our Discord so you guys can see it. I use this for the I'm gonna swing this over to our stream page real quick just to make sure everyone saw it, but there is an image of what the scene is that you guys ended on, and that's like official LoreWars art that was done for the campaign book. I did use that as like the banner or the thumbnail for the video when we uploaded it. But yeah, you guys, it's very good art. And in the guidebook it'll give credit to who our artist is and everything like that. So yeah, let's dive into it. If you guys are confused about what LoreWars is or what we're doing here, just go back and watch the first episode or listen to it, the first podcast episode, and I did like a 20-minute intro spiel to what we're doing here. So last time we had our adventuring party found themselves in the country of Aldrex, looking for a famous knight group known as the Wolf Knights. Upon looking for these knights, they found a troubled father whose daughter got supposedly carried away by goblins after playing out in a field, a pumpkin field. You guys went out there. After a bit of stumbling around, you found some tracks that led into the woods, so you followed these tracks into the woods, and you found yourselves in a small encampment of goblins. Your idea was to two of you to trail behind the camp to investigate the large wooden cage that was by their camp, when you were spotted by a goblin up in a tree who shot one of you.
That asshole.
So yeah, before we get back into this combat, I want to, if we can go over each of your characters of what they look like. That's something we missed last time. So I'll go over Miss Dew, which is played by Maddie.
You want to bring up my photo?
Yeah.
I got an artist to draw it. My best friend drew me. Look at that. Look at that beautiful artwork. She drew
Yes.
that.
So cute.
I
Yeah.
am adorable.
So
Uh,
That much
I
is
am
better.
Dewdrop. I have a. My fluff is a. I am a moth, obviously. I have like a pinkish beige fluff. I
okay.
dress kind of, casual, rogue-esque, very medieval, and I'm 3.5 feet tall, and I'm a little sassy.
All right. Um,
A little sassy?
A little, just a wee bit.
Sean, can we hear what your character looks like? I always pronounce his name wrong. It's like Orso or something.
Oros.
Oros. Okay.
Yeah, so Oros is a steam mech. His body, I suppose, is made mostly of metal, but you can see that underneath, all of his joints are made out of like wooden gears and stuff. He looks a little bit beat up. Some of his metal, like around the joints, is like kind of green, like that tone that copper gets. But
Okay.
like it looks like he does, like at least kind of try to keep himself clean. But like
Yeah.
the middle of his back, like along his where his spine, quote unquote, would be, is all green because he can't reach it. That
Okay.
kind of thing. He is wearing just some kind of ratty. He doesn't really like being a robot. He doesn't really feel like self-conscious very
Okay.
much. So all of his clothes are kind of ratty. They got some holes in them. It looks like stuff that people just like. He's like, "Hey, are you gonna use that shirt anymore?" And they were like, no, it's a piece of crap." And he's like, "Thanks,
All right.
perfect."
Nice. Nice. And then let's talk about Ricky. What's your character look like?
So my character is what's known as a Void Walker, which is a race specific to LoreWars, which is a kind of a shadowy being. So my whole body is just like a black shadowy figure. He mostly wears a tattered cloak, kind of covers his face, kind of covers his body. He has bright yellow eyes. Is that not
Okay.
my notes to explain? Is
No,
that
no,
5'11"?
that's cool. Alrighty. So yeah, let's dive into this combat. This is exciting because like this is the first time the combat system's been debuted. I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but just so you can kind of keep along at home, there's a bracket system in place where players will roll as well as I will roll for the enemies. The first die will tell us how like efficient the attack is, and the second die will determine the amount of damage. So you'll see two d20s rolled whenever an attack is being done. So yeah, let's get into it. So, Oros?
Yep, that's
Oros.
me.
Orifice.
You got it.
That guy.
God damn it,
Oros was
Sergeant Dumbass.
Oros was just shot in the shoulder by a crossbow from a goblin up in a tree who screamed out that there were intruders so the other goblins are aware. So technically Dewdrop is not in combat. But we are going to go through a round of combat before I allow Dewdrop to do anything. So actually, Oros, you have the highest bravery, meaning you can go first, bud.
Sick. So Oros is just gonna. I look down at my shoulder for a quick second. Look up and go. That, my friend, was a massive mistake. I would like to marking him strongly.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I just roll a d20.
Yep.
That's a miss.
All right. You
Oof.
so yeah, just so you are aware, you do have a 3-turn or a 3-action phase.
Yes.
A 3-action turn phase where you can move, you can commit
Yep.
a minor action, which would be casting a spell or like one of your actions that are on your character sheet, like a physical,
Got it.
an acrobatic, something like that, and then your major action would be like attacking.
Yep. So I whacked him, or tried to, and
Yeah, so
Didn't
you
go well.
you get shot and you look up in the tree and your runes kind of light up and flare as you try to shoot magic up at him, but
Yeah,
it completely misses.
yeah, I summoned this ball of like blue-black energy, and I go, yeah, and it just like shoots off into the sky.
Good. It is now Senior Ram's turn.
Wait, so does he? Can he see me behind this tree? Because I'm kind of, right here behind this tree.
No. I would say no, he doesn't notice you yet.
Trying to think do I want to try to sneak around or do I want to fight him?
That
Can
is
I try to sneak over to this area right here where I just moved my character?
sure. You can roll me a little bit of a sneak action.
Roll a d20.
Yep. That is a fail, my man. Um, so yeah, you start creeping behind that tree, but he does notice you. But you can move you up to your speed amount. And now you have a major action left.
All right. Man, a 20's a fail.
Yeah, if you look at your bracket, 20s are really good in damage and attacking, but when it comes to like action successes, you want to
I
meet.
just waited for that then. Yeah, I'll try to attack him. What is? Sorry. What is the range of my?
It's 3, yeah,
Yes, I believe it's 3.
Yeah.
for magical things.
Yep. So you should you can get him from here.
Right, then I'll do that. So roll another d20. I take it.
Yep.
Mm.
That'll be there you go. So
The hell?
No. Real quick, sorry for both of those. You just rolled 20, not a d20.
you are
so-
correct.
Oh
If-
my god, I'm an idiot.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you look at the toolbar, there's a whole die section on the second one from the top, I believe, where you can just roll like a d20 and it'll roll a d20 for you.
Where is it? Oh my god. I'm
Yeah,
an
just
idiot.
type. You can also just type 1d20 instead of just d.
There you
Instead
go.
of just
Right.
There we go.
Will that be my sneak then? If
Yes.
we're re-rolling?
Yep. So I believe that's a success.
Okay, cool. I was typing it in the chat, but I said roll 20, not roll D.
There you go.
So that was complete flub up by my part.
All right.
It's alright, I forgive
Um,
you.
Now, all you need was
I
roll
don't
another
forgive
20
him.
for your attack.
I don't know if I want to attack. I don't know if I want to give away my position.
Yeah, that's up to you, bud.
I'm going to hold my action. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can if you want to give it like a specific event or something, or you can just hold it off until the next round.
Yeah, I'll just hold off till the next round.
All
I
right.
think I'm gonna try to sneak and try to save the girl.
Yeah. So, Oros.
Yep.
Orifice.
Yep.
Yep. That's me.
Excuse me, I didn't go.
I told you after the combat round, you can decide what you want to do.
Oh, great. Thanks. Thanks,
Um,
Doug.
you get shot with 20 damage from the crossbow.
Okay. Is that reduced by my defense?
It is.
Okay. As another quick side note, my religion bonus from Chained God is group plus 10 defense. Does that include me,
No,
or is that just everyone else?
everyone else.
Okay, so I take 15.
There you go. Also, the goblins spin around and start charging into the woods after you.
Rip Sergeant Dumbass.
It's fine. I still have 124 hit points because I'm a strong metal boy.
This
Strunk. He's strunk.
This goblin charges at you with a dagger, but you manage to evade. This goblin comes over, swinging a short sword at you, dealing 20 damage.
Damn, holy shit. This guy's got good damage rolls. Take another 15. Go to 109.
And this goblin's running in towards you, but doesn't manage to get to you. All right, Ms. Dewdrop, what
Yeah.
what are you doing while the commotion is happening to the north?
Well, I'm gonna roll and investigate to see if there's a goblin in this tree that I'm pinging.
Okay. You do not think there is a goblin in the tree that you are pinging.
Okay. But I'm not in combat, right?
Correct.
So I'm gonna head around this. I'm gonna hang right here for a round.
Okay. So yeah, you got you're stalking the tree line to the south of the fight that's going on.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Gotcha. Um, I want to paint a word picture for people who aren't gonna watch the video. So we're back at the top of the round. So Oros, your turn.
Okay, so if I move away from these dudes, is there some kind of attack of opportunity system that
There,
happens?
there is not.
Okay. Um, is diagonal movement 1 or 2?
One.
Okay, so I have 10 that I can potentially move.
Correct.
Seeing as, I guess I wouldn't know if they've spotted the other
Ram
two or not.
or D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they've- Um, I think what Oros would do. Oros is he's gonna kind of run away from the cage. He's gonna go like a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8 and a 9 and a 10, and be like, "You can't catch me, I bet."
All the goblins are kind of following you, like snarling, following you with their heads snarling as you
Yeah.
run away.
Can I ready a major action to shoot the first one that comes within my range?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you said using the enchantment bit of our
Yeah. So
weapons is a minor action.
correct.
Does that have the same range as our normal attack?
Yes.
Or is that okay? Gotcha. Sounds good.
Ram? What are you up to?
A good question. Let's see. So their focus is over here at him running
Yep.
around these trees.
Yeah, they followed him running south through the trees, or at least with their heads. They'll probably take off chasing him. You could assume next turn.
Okay. I think I did my speed run. How many
Each
things can I move?
each number is a square. So if you have like 7 move, you can move 7 squares in your movement action.
Okay. I don't know if I calculated mine right because I only have 2, which I don't know
I mean, that's possible.
if I did that right.
You are sneaky breaky and not fast.
I will sneak right here, I guess.
Okay.
If they notice me.
Nope, they are not. And do you want to do anything else?
I don't think I will.
Okay. You hear the goblin in top of the tree. He's like, "Get that robot!" And the goblins start rushing.
I didn't know these goblins were Russian.
Ha!
That first one is technically within my range, yes? Of 3?
Yep.
Okay, I will commence the potential shooting.
Okay.
That is a X3.
All right. So roll another die. All right.
17.
So you do 51 damage.
51.
Yep. Let me.
Kaboom. Yeah, so this time he
Go ahead.
or Oros, like, while taunting, was like, "Yeah, get over here!" And then, like, pivots, summons that same ball of energy from a rune on his arm,
Mm-hmm.
and just, like, basically bowls it right into the dude. Just
Nice.
straight into his chest.
Yeah. The ball of energy hits him in the chest, and he falls completely onto his back, lifeless, completely dead.
Boom.
And that is all they can do right now. Miss Dewdrop, would you like to do anything?
This goblin that I'm picking is looking at
They're both
for an
looking.
orifice, right?
Correct. They're both looking at Oris and the trees.
And my speed doesn't apply because I'm not in combat technically.
Correct. But if you get into a visual of them, I will have them roll an investigation to see if they see you.
All right. I am gonna head around the tree line this way,
Okay.
and this way to the girl,
Okay.
because I'm assuming she can see me from where I am.
Sure. Do you want to look in the cage?
Yes.
Alrighty. Let me.
Do I gotta roll to look, or are you just gonna tell me what my eyes see?
No, I will let you know what those eyes see. Those beautiful
Oh,
moth
thanks.
eyes. Oh, I need to edit that. Oh no, this is a different version. Okay. Um, you find a passed out little human girl at the bottom of a wooden cage with small bits of straw that are scattered at the bottom of the cage. The straw, however, seems to be stained with blood that looks fairly new and wet.
So we're gonna want to get her out of there
Your
soon.
your eyes start to widen as you see that her left hand is completely missing.
Oh, that's fucked.
You see blood pouring out or slowly trickling out of the stump that looks like there's tears in the skin around the wrist, as if they used a dull weapon to take the hand off. Her hair is botched and torn in certain spots as well. So yeah, that's what you see.
All right, shit. Apparently, we're bringing her back in pieces. Do I have to roll and investigate to like see if there's any weapons around the cage I could use to get her out of it?
Yeah, roll me an investigate. You notice a hefty log to your left that has fallen off of the tree that you may be able to bash the cage open with.
If I start bashing, are they gonna be alerted?
I don't know. Do you think they will be?
I'm almost certain they'll be, Mr. Douglas.
That's a risk you have to be willing to take or not.
Can my friend in the cloak, the Voidwalker, see me from where I am?
That is up to him. I would assume he'd be focused on the goblins and not you. But
Okay.
Well, my goal was to get to here. So if I'm, making sure I'm not being seen, but also like looking at my goal, do you think I was here in that vicinity?
roll me an investigation.
Here, let's do this right this time.
You do notice her.
I would
Alright.
like to wave him is to say come here, but like quietly,
Okay.
so that I am not heard or seen.
That is your two actions. It is Oros' turn.
Okay. So
My friend, before you go, out of character, don't bring them back here.
well, yeah, no,
Thank you.
definitely not the plan.
Wasn't clear before.
So very quickly, my element
Mhm.
is cosmic, and it says I can teleport consenting allies. Would it be possible for me to teleport Ram over to the cage?
You would have to have visual of like both him and the spot, which I'm gonna say right now you do not have line of sight with him because it's
Okay,
dark.
if I moved, say, I guess it's nighttime, so it wouldn't even matter.
I would argue you have to be like right here. What's your vision looking like?
My vision is 9. It's not great.
Yeah, I would say you'd have to be like here to be able to see him.
Yeah, I have average vision. Okay. So I'm gonna. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or no. 6, 7. And then be like, man, you goblins are really, really bad at your jobs. You see that guy? He basically exploded. So yeah, I'm. Is there? There's not. Okay. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna do the same thing. Ready in action. To attack one if it comes near me.
Okay. So this guy, or no, that would be Ram. Your turn.
Okay, so you said because I'm not technically in combat, you don't have to worry about your exact movement.
Yeah. So you have free range to do what you want, pretty much within reason. As
Okay,
long
I'm
as
just
you're
gonna
not in
walk
combat.
over to her if that's allowed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I obviously whispers like, what's the plan?
Miss Dew.
Talk. All right.
Did we lose Maddie?
Huh?
Hey, Maddie.
Hey.
Ram was talking to you. You all right, bud?
Oh, sorry. I was putting laundry away because I
You're
didn't
good.
think I was needed.
Ram snuck over to you and is talking to you about what the plan is.
Hello, my friend Ram. What can I do for you?
You called me over here. What can you do?
Well, you see, my friend, you can make portals, and I cannot get in the cage without making a shit ton of noise. So if you could get her out of there and give her to me so I can get her out of here, that would be fantastic.
That was a really racist thing to say. You
Excuse me?
You could just, you're just assuming he can make portals?
He's a void walker!
That's very racist.
I played as a void walker, Douglas. I know what they can do.
Okay.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I actually do not know how to make portals.
He's a level 1 adventurer.
He can phase.
Yeah,
I forgot I started at level 18. But you can phase in and out, right?
He can phase like a hand
I
through.
No.
I can walk through it. I can't walk her through it.
Right. What is your weapon?
Gauntlets.
Gauntlet.
Yeah, he has a magic gauntlet. You're all magic ranged. Use.
Oops.
Wait. So what is locking? What is the lock mechanism on the cage?
All right, so you notice that the front panel of the cage, like when I say front, the southern panel, the opposite one from you right now,
Okay.
that looks like it is like tied at the top with knots, and that if you were to untie those, it would like drop the entire front panel down.
I turned to her. I'm like, you couldn't have just untied the knot?
Not without dropping. My friend, how I am 3 feet tall. How was I going to unlock that? But I will grab the front of the cage, and if you untie them, I will slowly drop the front down so the goblins don't notice us. Because I'm sure if it hits the ground, it's going to make a noise.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do that.
All right.
right.
While all that communicating is going on, the goblins continue their march down towards Oros. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's a paddling on this guy right here.
Yeah. Give me some rolls.
It's an X2.
All right. Roll a die.
24.
24 damage. You do the same thing you hit, but this guy, seeing what happened last time, he kind of puts his shoulder down into the magic ball, and it doesn't knock him on his ass.
Cool.
And then it would be top of the round, so Oros, go ahead.
It's like, see, not only are you guys not good at your job, you're also slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I swear, if you can catch me, all of this gold, and I shake my coin purse at them, is all yours. And I'll ready in action.
Absolutely. All right, let's go back to the duo on the cage. What are we doing?
Well, I'm going to untie the knot. We're both gonna slowly
Sure.
drop the
Yeah.
wall.
It's not to make noise, please.
Ms. Dew, can you roll me a physical action?
I don't like that.
Do you have any bonuses
Do I have any bonuses?
to physical action? Yeah.
I have a 2 bonus.
Oh, do you? Wow. All right. You hold your ground. You keep that cage, the cage door up, and then slowly drop it to the ground to not make any noise.
Fantastic.
As a very quick question,
Sure.
is the bonus applied to the range? Is that how that works? So if
Yeah,
I have a
so-
2 to Arcana, so my range becomes 1 to 9 instead of 1 to 7.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, the cage is opened. What are you guys gonna do?
Um,
Well, first I
I'm
put like my finger up to my mouth to like signal like to be quiet, so this
Yeah.
girl doesn't like
So
freak
this is
out.
actually really interesting. We have two different types of encounters happening here. Um, well, in the LoreWars game, there's the encounters are kind of broken up into different varieties. Sean is in a classic combat scenario encounter, but you guys interacting with our poor Lynn have started a full action encounter. And it will only apply to you two until Sean either gets out of combat or it can kill all the goblins. Um, but I
Working on it.
so for a full action encounter, you guys have to proceed with actions, and we're gonna go in turn order since you guys are since we have a combat occurring at the same time. Um, you pretty much have to succeed in 10 actions before failing 7 of them. And they need to be role played, obviously, and the goal is to keep the little Lynn alive and get her back to the village or the city. um, so yeah, with you get kind of opening up the cage that has started. So we can start with the higher of your two braveries, which would be Ricky.
Cool. Um, I put again, like I said, I put my finger up to my face to signal to be quiet. I go up to her and I whisper, uh, are you okay? Obviously, you're in some pain. Is there anything immediate that we can do to
isn't
help?
isn't she unconscious?
She is unconscious. She doesn't react to you whatsoever.
I realize now that I'm talking to a lifeless body, and I'll just pick her up and leave the cage.
Okay. Roll me a physical action.
Oh God.
That is a success. You carefully pick her up into your arms without making any noise, and without like jarring the body around too much. So that is one success to 0 fails. I'm gonna keep tallying the chat here. Um, it would then be my lovely goblins' turns. And they are circling the tree line looking for you because it is dark past the fire. Um, and you hear the back one saying like, "Where's that stupid magic user?" And then it goes to Miss Dewdrop. Miss Dewdrop, what action are we going to make to save the little Lynn's life?
Well, I'm gonna signal to my void walk to the back of the like
Your
this way.
your audio is a little rough there, but
Is it?
Yeah, you were signaling for the Voidwalker to go behind and back into the tree
But
line.
yeah, behind the tree line.
Got you.
Yeah. Can I interact with her or?
Yeah, she has to pass an action though. So can you roll me a, let's say, investigation? Yes, that is a success. So you signal to him to do that, and therefore you guys are 2-0 with the full action encounter. However, something dangerous is happening where the goblin in the tree is following the goblins to the south of the camp looking for Oros, meaning his visual sight is very near to seeing the cage.
Why do you think that I told him to go behind the trees?
So this is Oros. This will be your turn, my friend.
So can I move part of my movement, attack, and then move?
Nope. So
The
using
rest?
so using a major action ends your turn.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do then? Um, would I know that what I'm doing is endangering them being caught out by the goblin in the tree?
You could roll an investigation or a knowledge if you wanted to wait use your action on one of those or your minor action, and you could.
I will investigate. Sweet. I will also have a +1 to it.
Yeah,
so
you have
it's-
the feeling if you go any more west or northwest, you will
So what I'll do
endanger them.
instead is I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so Oros moves.
Yelling at them as I go by.
Yeah, you go back east.
And then I would also like to make an attack against this one.
Sure.
I see
This
three
one.
hexes of me. Yeah, this one. It's a dialect, you know. Bam. That is just that's just normal.
Yep.
Is that the same one I already hit?
That is.
Okay. I'll deal a good old fashioned 16.
You smack him in the same shoulder you hit him last time in with a magic ball.
Does he also explode?
He does not. He is still standing strong.
Ah, drat.
It is now Senior Ram's turn.
To my friend over here,
Yes, is me. Is do.
you have wings, right? You can fly.
I do. I do have wings.
No, you take the girl, and I will help our dumbass friend over there distract the goblins.
Okay.
I am now imagining a 3.5 foot tall person trying to carry
To
a
be-
5-year-old while flying.
I was gonna say, to be fair, Lynn is probably like the same height and weight as Do. Maybe not the weight,
Listen-
but like
listen,
same height.
It does sound ridiculous, but I worked at a daycare. I have had to toit around some very hefty children. I think I can handle it.
Well, no, it's just like the mental image is just really funny because I'm imagining Ram's sitting there. He goes, "You help," and then he turns around and walks away.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to give her to Do?
Yeah, I'm gonna give her to do.
All right, roll me a acrobatics check.
All right.
That is a success, correct?
Indeed. Acrobatics is 1 to 10.
Cool. And then, do you want to roll me a physical check?
Sure.
I
get it.
Good shit, guys. So you that's 4 successes and 0 failures so far. You delicately rest Lynn in Doo's arms, and Do kind of props her up onto her shoulder because she's so small, and it has a good grasp of her.
Make an attack this turn too, or will I have to wait until?
Yeah, no, that was technically a minor action, so you could move and still use a major if you wanted.
Okay. What is my so my gauntlet has like an elemental ability. Is that a major or is that a?
Nope, that'd be another minor. So you could sub your movement for another minor, or you could sub your major for a minor, but you can never sub something to get another major, unless there's an effect called Rage, which allows you to have another major action in a turn, but you're not allowed to trade actions for
What I'll do is I'll sub my. You said I could sub my movement to do a minor.
Correct.
Minor, and I'll use my lightning on him, so that'll paralyze him and deal 10 damage, I do believe.
Okay, so roll for that. I believe it's a 1 through 10 casting roll.
You can do it. I believe in you.
There you go. You get a nice
did it.
strong bolt up in the tree and completely fries him. He
Fall out of the tree.
Oh yeah, he falls a good 5 feet onto the dirt, and he will actually take damage for that as well. And then
I can do an action, right?
Yep, you have a major action still.
All right, cool. And that's a D20.
Is that a miss? That's probably a miss.
For magic, magic is 1 to 3 miss.
So you had I was gonna say this is a real anime moment where you hand the girl off to Do, and then you kind of roll up your sleeves and shoot lightning perfectly at this goblin. But then while he's falling, you're like, all right, I'm going to hit him mid-air. You shoot, but you go too high and he just hits the ground, and the bolt goes right over him with your magic.
I'm fine with that.
Just casually brush your hair back with your hand and...
Um,
It'd be better if he had a braid, if he could just, whip it around.
the goblins see the bolt of lightning and are startled, and see the crossbower fall out of the tree. So the one that you've been hitting is still gonna charge you, Oros, and he runs full fletch at you, and with a physical action he tackles you to the ground. And while on top of you, he raises his short sword, so it's pointed down on you, and he's going to attempt to jab it into you with a 14 damage,
Ouch.
right into your shoulder. He's like, how
He's like-
does your shoulder feel?
Your friend already shot it.
And then this goblin's going to rush over to help the crossbower. And then when he gets about here, he's like, he sees the cage open. He's like, "There's more!" And we'll go to Miss Dewdrop. It would be your turn.
I'm gonna roll a stealth and try to get behind these trees over here.
All right, roll me a stealth action. Yeesh, I know that's a failure. So unfortunately, that will be 4-1, and the goblins do see you.
But I can still move here, right?
Yeah. And you could use
Okay.
another action towards the encounter if you wanted.
All I have is a basic attack, and I don't.
Well,
I'm-
Maybe too far away.
you could use anything. You could use like one of your actions to try and help her, like maybe wrap up the wound, or
Oh, I'll do that then. What do I gotta do to help the baby?
you could either try to do it yourself with like a physical action to tourniquet the wound, or you could roll a knowledge check to see like, how to help her. That way you milk two actions out of it. Yeah. You could see if there's any like maybe medical herbs in this forest.
All right, I'll do a knowledge.
Okay. What exactly are you looking for?
I think I failed, so it doesn't matter, right?
For RP and our listeners, it matters. What were you trying to do?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's correct. We have people I have to explain things to.
Correct.
I'm looking for any type of medical herb, any knowledge I would have on, or anything around, like goblin bandages, like anything that would be in my general area to help with the.
You scan around, but it's much too dark in the tree line to be able to identify the herbs without getting really close to them. So you aren't able to identify something right away. And that
But I
leaves
can
you
still roll to like tourniquet the wound.
next turn. Yeah.
Next turn.
Yep. And to keep it in perspective, each turn takes on average like 6 seconds in the game, in like the role playing time. So like, that way it's kind of easier to role play that you took the body, ran over there, looked around, and didn't see anything right away. So like on your next turn, you might be able to do something 6 seconds later, kind of thing. So let's top of the round to ya, and that would be Oros.
Okay. Can I like to physical action him back to try to get on top of him.
Sure.
Damn. That is a nay.
You struggle, but he still has his sword piercing into your shoulder, and it's too much pain to like be able to push him off of
It's
you.
like interfering with the function of my arm.
Yeah.
So in that case, what I'm gonna do is I'm just be like, get off, and try to shoot him again in the
Sure.
face. Damn it.
You raise your hand up and shoot violently, but like your arm hits him and it just shoots behind his back, like your hand doesn't even.
Yeah, he's
Getting
like too
rough.
close.
So yeah, that was your turn. Let's go over to Ram.
Will just keep wailing at this guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have any minor actions you want to do first?
I don't think I have
Or
any.
moving?
How many times can I use that stun thing? Just
You can use it every single minor action. It's just you have to pass your casting roll. The only time there's restrictions on like how often you can use it is if you get an ability that says once per scenario, which would be like once a battle or an encounter.
I will use my mana action to lightning this guy.
Sure. Roll a casting roll.
Is it just a D20?
Yep. Everything will be a D20. You do not get a charge to do this spell.
All right, then I'm just gonna hit this guy or attempt to.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your damage.
That's a 3x.
There you go.
That'll be 3x.
So go ahead and roll for damage.
What do I roll?
Also d20.
Yeah, everything's a D20.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
You deal 3 damage. Him being on the floor or on the ground makes it hard to get a dead accurate shot. So you kind of like shoot it right in front of him, and it does barely any damage.
Okay, cool.
splash.
So this goblin that you electrified before, he kind of is getting up and composing himself and shaking off the electricity. This goblin, however, charges right at you. I put him behind your character model. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh no.
He's quite in my personal space.
He's also gonna roll and he gets a physical action. He tackles you into the cage, actually, and he yells over to this one. He says, "I got him in the cage!" And then he's gonna try and jab at you with his dagger, which he misses through. If he fumbles around and his dagger kind of does not at all make contact with you. The goblin on top of you, Oros, is going to pull his sword out and go for another jab, which he gets for 20 damage. And this is right, like, pretty much in the same spot. He just kind of quickly lifts it up and jabs it back down inside of your shoulder.
Okay, man. I've only got 2 arms. Okay.
He's like, "This one's coming off." And then we go to Miss Dewdrop. What are we doing about this girl?
Am I now technically in combat, so my speed will come into play?
I would say relatively yes, because you're still in an encounter, and not necessarily combat, but you're in a full action encounter right now.
All right. Can I move from the tree I'm under just farther away to this other tree to get to a distance between us?
Yeah, sure.
In the for the audio listeners, in the opposite direction of the goblins.
Yeah, do you want to, let's say, roll in acrobatics? And I'll count this.
Oh, good. I have a good acrobatics bonus.
Oosh, that's not good.
Not good
I
enough.
have a 9 acrobatics bonus, my friend.
Oh damn.
How? What?
Acrobatics. Josh helped me do the rolls. Acrobatics is 1 through 10. I got a 9. I said, "Is that too high?" And he said, no.
Wait, what? I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to look at your character sheet. I don't think you have a +9 to acrobatics.
I don't think you roll for acrobatics.
You don't.
Oh, no, I fucked it up. Never mind.
I think you're mistaken. You start running in the direction.
Because when I went over it with Josh, I had to lower a bunch of my numbers because they were in like the 6s and 7s because I thought I rolled a d20 and I just. Well, I thought I rolled a 1-10.
Yeah, no, you're. I'll have to go over your character. We can go over it after this show. You have a 3 fails towards the girl. You run in the opposite direction and kind of stumble over some raised roots, almost losing the girl out of your arms. Can you roll me a physical action? You do drop her.
Fucking yikes.
Ooh, the fucking savage puns.
Also, I do want to note you have wings. Why are we running?
Oh, right. Yes.
Anyways.
I can fly.
Anyways, Oros, how we doing over there on the ground, bud?
I'm getting real upset about this boyo here.
Sergeant Dumbass is losing an arm tonight.
I better not. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna be like, okay, tell you what, I'll pay you 50 gold to get off of me. I'm gonna negotiate.
Go ahead.
Damn it!
He's like, you don't got 50 gold.
Well, I had to try. Just gonna shoot him in the face. Hey, that's a triple.
You learned this time. You're like, all right, and so you kind of bring your hand up under him instead of just coming from
Ooh.
the side.
39, sir.
Yeah, let me roll some defense here. Make sure. Ooh, bad news, buddy. He's like, not again, and he jumps off of you to the side so your blast doesn't hit him. But he's like on his feet on the side of you, holding the sword. Now.
Perfect.
Perfect. Ram, what are you doing, bud?
This guy's tackle me, right?
He
put me in the cage.
Yeah, he kind of like shoulder rushed you, like he just kind of shoulder charged you, and you hit you into the cage. He's standing on the lowered part that you guys dropped, the front of the cage, and you're in the actual cage, and he's like swinging at you with his dagger.
Just gonna look him dead in the face and face through the back end of the cage.
Well, here's the thing: you have weak face, so you could like do a body part, but not your whole body.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Will. Can I just punch him with my gauntlets?
You can't do anything fun.
Yeah. If you want to punch him, go ahead. So 1 through 5.
Would that be a major action or?
Yes, it would be. I would recommend using your gauntlet.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to stun him first. Then
Okay.
With electric.
Yeah. That is not it. So you keep trying to charge up magic, but it just doesn't seem to be casting the spell. You're not
Okay.
getting the right enchantment out. But
I could have done something wrong. But I wrote 1 times damage for physical. I don't know. I think it's that because of my background.
yeah, I'll have to look at that. I think that's if you're using like a physical weapon, you're granted an extra ×1 bonus.
Will punching him count?
Yes.
Then I'm just gonna try to punch him in the face.
All right.
Let's see how that works for me.
That is a miss. You are not very adequate at hand-to-hand combat, my friend.
Right.
You're also, to be fair, you're like in a cage right now. Like, he's definitely got you cornered. And then it's the goblin's turn. So this goblin jumps off, and he's gonna roll a physical action. He gets it. He lifts up the front of the cage. This goblin runs over. He's gonna roll a physical action. He gets it, and they tie off the knot at the top of the cage. I'll turn this guy around. And then the one that is on top of you, Sean, he is going to just attack you again, which he instead of pulling the sword out completely because of all that happened, he just kind of drives it in a little deeper, but it only does 2 damage, which your defense.
My defense covers.
Yeah.
It just kind of clangs off in my metal.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to. He tries to wedge it in deeper, but it doesn't seem to get any deeper.
Perfect.
Okay. It is Miss Dewdrop's turn. How are we saving this kid?
I mean, I'm gonna pick her up.
Okay. Try
I gotta
physical
roll
action.
Physical.
There you go. You get her up in your arms again. It's 5 successes, 4 failures.
All right, and I have wings.
You
do have wings.
Yes, indeed.
How do I have to use those?
You just tell me
Mr.
you're
Doug?
using them. That's all.
I'm gonna use my wings,
Okay, you're floating above the ground.
and I'm gonna fly with her this way
Okay,
to over there,
sure.
to like where none of the goblins are. It's very dark, and I cannot be seen.
Got you.
No matter how bad I fuck shit up.
Yeah, that's a movement and a minor. Do you want to do another action to try and help her?
Yes, I would like to tourniquet the wound.
Okay. What are you going to use to tourniquet it?
What do I have? I just have gold in my inventory. I don't have anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could use some vines. You could use a piece of your own like shirt or pants or something. Or
Yeah. I'll rip one of my sleeves off.
okay.
I'll go sleeveless for a minute and do
Yeah.
with that.
Go ahead and roll me. There you go.
I pass. Look at that.
They'll pass any action. I'll say it was a physical action. You tie it right at the right below the elbow, so her whole forearm is a tourniquet, and the blood seems to let up a little bit.
All right.
That's coming out of her wrist, and that will be 6 successes, 4 failures. Then it goes to Oros. What are we doing, my man?
I got the 6 strats. Can I move at the moment?
I mean,
Are you quite literally impaled to the ground?
Not quite.
He has a
but
good
there's-
like inch of his sword in your shoulder, but he's not on top of you anymore, so you could get
Okay.
up if you wanted.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run past them and be like 1, 2.
Okay, well here I'm gonna fight you. He's gonna roll a physical action. He doesn't get it, so you jump up and start running.
Dude. Oh shit.
However, I should tell you just a rule note: getting up counts as a movement action. So if you're gonna move after getting up, it will cost your minor action.
Okay.
But I did roll, so you'd be able to yank the sword out of his hand that is in you.
Perfect. 2, 3, 4. Damn it! I keep like going 5, 6. Okay, I would like to use or substitute my major for a minor and attempt to teleport Ram out of the cage.
Sure, Ram, do you accept?
Sure.
Okay, cast a casting roll 1 through 10.
Yes. What is the range of my teleportation?
It's just somewhere in visuals. So,
Sweet. I am going to put him. So she ran off this way, yeah?
yeah.
I'm gonna put him. Can I put him like behind this tree? Is that a thing I can do?
Not, it has to be a visual, so you couldn't put him behind something.
Okay, so can I put him like next to the tree, like here?
Yes, I'm not seeing pings. Let me reload
Yeah,
it.
I'm not seeing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's delayed.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just gonna reload it real quick.
Okay, it's
Hey, here.
to the left or like here.
I'm just reloading my roll 20.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, so you can do that as long as Ricky agrees, because it just has to be consensual.
Sweet. So yeah, he like runs up and is just like, "Time to get you out of here, friend." And
How are you gonna do that?
like this. And there's another room.
No, but
like,
he also has to scream, "Do you consent?"
it's like, is this okay?
It's more of a will thing. Like he wants it, as long as his will doesn't fight you on being teleported, it'll just happen.
Right. Yeah. He's just like,
No, I understand. I just think it would be funnier.
Yeah. Can I teleport you? No.
Do you consent? Do you consent?
there's another rune on his forearm, and it's just this kind of like runic, like it's literally just like the from like Portal. It's blue and orange, and there's 2 ovals that kind of interlink.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and that like glows and does. Except it, I guess it's like it's not. It'd be black and blue because that's kind of my color scheme.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that like I do that, and it just kind of like. You know what apparition looks like from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of like swirls into nothingness. Yeah, he does one of those.
That's neat.
Appears over there.
It is now your turn, Ram.
A little disoriented, but I'm going to. I'll attack this guy, I guess. Or try to hit him with
you gotta be a little closer.
Wait.
There you go.
Yeah. Will that work?
Yep.
And I'll try to hit him with I will try a third time to hit him with the goddamn magic thing.
With the lightning bolt. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, you get him. How much damage does that do?
It only does 10, but he's paralyzed.
Gotcha.
That's what it says.
Yeah, so you strike him with a lightning bolt. He you see it go through him, and he drops to the ground.
So wait, is this like thunderclap lightning bolt, or is this Darth? Is this like Sith Lord lightning bolt?
It's no, it's more like a static charge.
Okay.
At this level, at least, you can get it stronger, but yeah, it's more of like a static charge that kind of comes off him. It looks kind of like it looks.
organic flesh creature for a turn and deal 10 damage.
It looks like Sith Lord lightning, but it's much thinner and like
All right,
weaker.
it's a bit wispier.
Yeah. Um, do you want to use your major action
Yeah,
round?
yeah, I'll attack him.
Okay.
Whack. X2.
X2, yeah.
Go ahead and roll another.
Come on, big money. Hey.
That's better.
Yeah, you smack him right in the tummy with a magic bolt from your gauntlet. And his whole body kind of like convulses at the attack, but he still seems slightly alive. Um, this
They're
goblin
just kicking this man while he is down.
this goblin turns and sees Oros, and he's like, what you do? And he just quickly shoots a bolt at you, dealing 14 damage right in your tummy.
Only 9, bitch.
1, 2, 3, 4. This goblin runs up from behind, and he is going to roll a physical action to try and charge you again, but he bounces right off of you this time, and he kind of falls back a
Fucking
space. Miss Dewdrop, what are we doing over here?
I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly
Okay.
to here, to down here, to out of the bed, to way away.
Yeah.
To, like,
Roll me a physical.
I don't want to add a token. There we go. Rolling. I get it.
All
I
right,
get it, Doug.
yeah.
I
Oh
get
yeah.
the physical.
What were we at? Because I had to reload. What were we at? Do you remember? 6 and 4, I think.
Oh, we were at 6
I will.
So you'll be 7 and 4.
Excuse me, Doug. I think we were at 9 and 1.
I don't think that's accurate. You keep her steady in your arms without a problem. Can you also roll me a investigation?
I'm gonna investigate.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna investigate real hard.
Yeah, you are. You know exactly that the battle is it's going pretty in the favor of your companions. You heard the lightning. You heard a goblin. Like it.
Ting!
Yeah, it
Off
hit
of my
metal.
ass.
And then you also know that like you have a good sense of where you are in the forest, and if you keep heading south, you'll get to the pumpkin field within no time.
Sick. So I'm a dip.
Yep. Let's go up real quick to Oros. My man, what are you doing?
So, I'm going to let's do like a 1. Do I want to move? Probably want to move. We're gonna go up over here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm just gonna shoot this dude in the face with another ball of wonderful blue and black energy.
All right, go ahead.
Actually, as I run by this gentleman, can I try to shove him? If I'm like here, can I try to shove him in, like into his companion?
Yeah, roll a physical action. Yeah, you successfully like hard push him into him, and he kind of knocks into. Actually, he's on the ground still. He's
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay, he's already down then. Okay, let's go here, and then I'll shoot him in the face
All right.
while he's down. Boop! Damn it!
I
hit him.
Oh, do you? Is that a Okay.
Yep,
It's normal
it misses
damage.
1 to 3. It's just 12.
You run past him and quickly throw like a real quick burst of magic at him while you run past him, and it seems to execute him.
Beautiful. Yeah, like I run by him, and this energy bolt just like. Yeah, it just kind of like goes into his chest and then just like freezes him. Nah, I guess it doesn't really do that, but because it's not cold, it's just cosmic.
Sir Ram, what are you doing, buddy?
Let's see. 1, 2. Let's try to lightning bolt this guy.
Yeah, go ahead. You unfortunately miss. It doesn't seem to. It strikes like it gravitates towards the cage and doesn't grab him.
Then I will roll to hit him.
Just normal.
Yeah, just normal.
Go ahead. You shoot a strong bolt of magic at him, and it seems to hit him, and like it hits him in his arm, and he like shakes his hand. He's like, "Ow!"
Get fucked.
And then it is the goblin's turn. He turns towards you, and he's going to shoot you. So he rolls, and he shoots at you for it's going to be 11 damage.
Alright.
It will only be 1 because I give you plus 10 defense.
There you go.
Cool.
You can also roll resilience. So go ahead and roll a die. As long as it's over 1, you block the damage.
Okay.
Which I'm just gonna say you did anyways because it's over a 1. This goblin rushes over and swipes at you with the sword. Or no, he doesn't have a short sword, so he is just gonna punch at you for 8 damage. Which
Is that also
blocked.
reduced by defense?
Yep. So it doesn't seem to affect you at all. And then it'll be Miss Dew's turn. What are we doing, Miss Dew?
I'm gonna fucking bounce. I'm
Alright.
gonna take her home.
Yeah, roll me a physical action.
Come on, low numbers. That's not a low number.
You feel your grip start to slip out.
Oh, don't tell me I drop for Doug. I will slap you.
You want to roll another physical to try and
sky.
try to keep her up.
I got her.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
save her.
You
Goblins, where's the girl?
you start slipping out of your hands, and you like dip down and quickly put her back up on your shoulder. And then we'll do top of the round, Mr. Oros.
Yeah, so I will. It's like, hey, you want to get away from that goblin? Just seeing if he could still consent. Well,
Yeah.
I know he consents. And I succeed in my casting roll. I'm gonna put him over here. Or actually, wait. 1, 2, 3. And then you can move. Yeah, okay. Yeah, here, because that means you can
Sure.
move close enough to actually
Roll
hit the goblin.
roll a casting roll for me.
I did. It'd be that 5 there.
Okay, so yeah, you teleport him and he goes over here.
Yeah, right there's fine.
Uh,
And then I would also like to move here and shoot this guy in the face and be like, yeah. So basically, I'm like kind of under the tree, and my portal rune glows again, and then all the goblin sees is like I'm just standing there with my hand up with this like glowing rune, and I go, well, hi there! Run forward and throw my other hand forward and shoot this ball of cosmic energy at him.
yeah, give me some damage numbers. Ooh, big numbers.
That's an X3, and that's only a 12.
You shoot him and he gets shot right into the fire and completely like rolls out of the fire, singed and completely dead.
Awesome. Can I say that because my portal or my cosmic power does teleporty things, could I just have like teleported part of his leg off? with
Yeah,
cosmic
absolutely.
energy, and he just falls into the fire.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then
Yeah, there's just like this orb that's like not in his leg anymore. And
Ram.
he just is like,
What are you doing, buddy?
Well, it's only the one guy left, so attempt to hit him.
Yeah, give me some numbers, bud.
give me some lightning, boyo.
Yeah, lightning first, I guess.
You miss.
Standard roll. I think that's 2 times.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, you shoot him and you hit him in the other shoulder, and he just bounces off the cage and falls completely dead. Ms. Dewdrop, let's go over to you before we wrap up this episode.
I mean, all the goblins are now dead. Yeah.
You aren't really sure about that. You can
Oh, okay.
once let's say you get into the pumpkin field. Can you roll me a let's do a knowledge check 1 through 10, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I am
Yeesh.
dumb. I'm dumb as fuck.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
I will investigate. I am dumb as
No!
shit.
Sheesh.
That's both failures. The last one was a 9 and 6.
I was there. I know.
So, here's what happens. You fly out of the forest. You almost dropped her, but you get her back up onto your shoulder, and you fly out of out of the thing. You look back into the forest to see what's going on, to see if your companions are going to be coming, and you can't tell if anything's happened. And then you start screaming out for help from a guard or anybody who can get by. And no one seems to be helping. You're getting tired, so you start to come down, and you get down on the ground, and you kind of bring her back down into your arms off your shoulder and look at her, and you notice that her pulse is completely gone,
Oh.
and she died in your somewhere in between the flight. Um, and you, I don't know, what does Dewdrop? How does Dewdrop feel?
Uh, Dewdrop feels real sad. She's the girl down and get the fuck out of Dodge is what she's gonna do.
Yikes.
We're gonna end the episode with you holding Miss Lynn dead in your arms in the pumpkin field. I am gonna talk for a few minutes. For anyone who wants to follow the show, head over to our Twitter page. You can find us, I believe it's at LoreWars RPG. On there's our website is linked to that profile. On the website, you can find where all of our listings are. We are on YouTube, obviously, and Twitch Live. But after that, I upload it currently to Castbox, to Stitcher, to Spotify, and to Anchor to listen to it in podcast form. I'm gonna be trying to make sure we stream every Thursday, so I can put out episodes every Friday at least. I'll have it uploaded by Friday. And yeah, check in next week to see what we do about Miss Lynn. Maddie, you want to do your proper plug-in now? Where to find you?
Hi, I'm Madison. I do cosplay sometimes. Help me do that. Follow my Instagram, Celestial Spell Cosplaying. My friend, she drew me that thing. Her name's Amber. She's great. Follow her at on Twitter at Soapuel, Soapuel, and on Instagram at the same name, Soapuel, like Samuel, but with soap instead.
Awesome. I did not mention this in the live stream, I don't think, but I do have some cool things coming up. If you go on to Anchor, we do have a ad endorsement type thing that I'm fixing with them. And right after this, actually, me and Miss Maddie are going to record that. So if you go on Anchor, you can hear our first official advertisement. And also listening to our podcast on Anchor helps fund the entire company.
Please, I'd like to quit my second job.
Yeah, same. I actually like both my jobs, so I don't need to say that. Also,
I'd like to quit my only job, if that's helpful.
Hey, shut up! I go first. I have one more job than you do.
also, I have a famous musician, or at least locally famous musician from the Buffalo area of New York, who is writing us an intro soundtrack. He said it should be done, but the band is named Ponder. He also is a solo artist under the name of Birkby. His stuff is on Spotify. I'll probably tweet about it after this episode's done, so you guys can find his stuff. He's very talented, a very good friend of mine. And he's writing us what he described as an 8-bit kind of throwback soundtrack to put in the beginning of our podcast. So I'm excited to get that and put that in. And he said it should be done by the end of the month. But yeah, I highly recommend going and following us on Twitter so you can keep up with all the news of when we stream and all that stuff. Sean and Ricky, do you do anything important on the internet that you want plugins for?
I mean, if you want to find me, because I'm cool anywhere, my name's Dagomar Vanderkoft on literally everything, except social media, because that's my actual
if you
name on
guys
social media.
follow me on Twitter, you can find our castmates here, and and find them that way.
Not me, because my Twitter's private.
You would, jerk.
You would do that. I don't have a
that's
Twitter.
that's
so
actually
whether
another
you're
really
more
cool
mature-
thing. If you go to my Twitter and go to the website, which I do apologize, I made it through Wix just because the company's starting up, and I personally am funding like all of our art, all of our legal fees, everything. So one thing that's kind of on the back burner is affording Wix Premium. So the URL is my name and then .wix.com or something like that. It is the LoreWars website. When I can get to it, I will pay for premium so I can change the URL to be lorewarsrpg.com.
Yeah, honestly, the priority. Doug needs to like have some savings before either of us can quit our second job.
Having a URL dedicated to us is not one of my major priorities when I have, all this playable content that's behind the scenes that I'm trying to get like legally protected through copyrights, through trademarks, affording artists, affording editors, affording graphic artists, because I pay all of them pretty much out of pocket to fund this dream of mine. But yeah, if you go to that website, that was a long rant about why this thing is going to be carlson.douglas@wix.com or something like that. If you go to our website, which is linked in my Twitter at LoreWarsRPG, you can find 2 free to download wallpapers for your desktop that are both Lore Wars art official. One is God Valray fighting off the singularity known as Judah, or the Chained God, if you know the story. And the other one is from the Flogan Inn, which is really relatable to this story since that's where our story started. They're both awesome. I've used them in some of our social medias. I use them on my own computer, and you should be able to go right into my Google Docs and download them with the links that are on there. And you will also see like the content that's coming out and whatnot. But other than that, thank you for listening, and we will catch you next week.
See ya.